You can't make me Archmage. I barely know Firebolt. Firebolt is the most powerful spell I know. I really think you should be Archmage or somebody else. There's plenty of other Master Wizards here who have mastered at least one school of magic, and I have not mastered any school of magic. Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna go upstairs to the Archmage's quarters. My quarters. And I'm gonna have a lie down. I'm gonna have a lie down, and I'm gonna sleep what feels like a very long time. I mean, I don't think Tolfdir has the authority just to appoint me to be Archmage like that, but while everyone's still disoriented, I am gonna take the opportunity to stay in the Archmage's quarters, because I assume there's some protocol to appointing a new Archmage. I don't think the Stygic Order, for one, gets a say, and then I don't think that the other Master Wizards of their various schools, I don't think they'll be too happy with Tolfdir universally appointing me as Archmage. I'm not qualified. This is a whole Relic Hunter thing all over again. I wasn't qualified to be a Relic Hunter. I'm definitely not qualified to be an Archmage at the College of Winterhold. The ultimate institute on magic in Skyrim. Come on, don't mess around on the stairs. That's a rather magical tune. Probably suits the college. I'm just going to enjoy the quarters while it lasts. So I've got a key. Does that open this? It does. Circles of Immortality. Take 15% less damage from attacks when health falls below 25%. That seems very powerful. And Seal of Winterhold. Cabinet. Is it... let's have a rummage. Let's shut the door. Let's have a rummage. No, it's just a... It's rhodochrosite. I'll have that. There's a Daedra Heart. Oh my god. Right, there's all sorts of goodies here. Bookcase. Any books on the list? Book of the Dragonborn. That's on the list. Vivek Sermons, Fellowship of the Temple, Guide to the Imperial City. Oh, yeah, no. Being Archmage, it definitely has its perks. Vivek Sermon 25, we need that one. Nightingale's Fact or Fiction. We have this book already, but I do want another copy of that. I do want to read that at some point. Office cabinet. Are these just papers? Oh, I could do...
Home is where your heart is,
with a
right?
drink.
Or is it where you hang your hat? What if you don't have a hat? Should we be giving hats to the homeless?
The homeless have greater things to worry about than whether or not they have a hat. Let's take this. God, they're really packed in tight here, these tomes. Varieties of Daedra. And... oh. Hello. We are going through Savas Aran's things, so we probably should show a little bit more respect, but that's an Elven Sword of Diminishing. It's a Dwemer Dagger. There's a... something there. Glass Sword of Turn Undead. If only this wasn't enchanted. Oh, we'd be able to display it then. Let's leave it there. We can't enchant it. Oh, display it anyway. Ebony Dagger of Thunderbolt. Same with that. Okay, we may as well leave these here. I think people might notice if the weapons on the wall went missing as well. There's Apprentice Robes. Take 10% less attack damage while casting a spell. I quite like that. I quite like that a lot. I have to learn that enchantment. Unlike... there's an unusual... it's yet another one of those gems. We need to discover what we need to do with those gems, because it feels like they should fit together somehow. what my beloved taught me. Take the coins. And Sir Stalrim's shield and the Staff of Mending. Heals the living target for 110 points. Wow, okay, that's powerful. The shield is coming. Oh, hello. These are like the robes Tavasaren had. Archmage's boots. Archmage's robes. If I take those... I thought there was another set on here that the mannequin would continue to wear. Alchemy cabinet. Nothing too fancy. Well, we can take the robes. We could display those. I don't feel like wearing the robes, to be frank. I don't think the robes would be my style. I mean, I could try on the robes. We can see what they look like, but I just don't think that they will be of interest. I don't think they're really my style. Fireballs, Frost Atronak. The Storm Atronak is better because it can shoot from afar. There's a safe. Not a whole lot. There's a lot more valuables out here than there were in the safe. Right, do we search that chest? Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I can get used to this. What is this, though? Why is this... It's a crystal ball. Okay, if I gaze into the orb... As I gaze into the orb, I can feel the weight of possibilities pushing into my mind. And I'm thinking about a grove. It'd be nice to sit down in some wilderness. Oh. Okay. Well, that is a fancy way to have an alchemy garden. Does that change anything back here? No. So it just changes this space within the circle. Okay, stand away from the circle. What does... Okay, what about a council hall? Oh. Oh, I like this. We might need to get something like this for the gallery. Right, stand back. I don't want anybody to be caught up in this because I don't know where we're going to get transported to if we're standing on things when they disappear. Right, gaze into the orb. What about we'll do the spa last because I'm going to imagine the spa and then we're going to probably take a bath. What about a laboratory? Ooh. Oh, this is cool. I might have to argue the point that I should remain Archmage. I think, because I don't really want to give this up. Soul gems. Disenchanting font. Okay, all the trappings that we've got in the safe house, which makes me an enchanted destruction staff. Staff enchanter. Oh. So if I had heartstones, I can create staffs of spells I know. And then I can... And that way I wouldn't have to rely on my magicka to cast them. I could just have a staff charged up with power, ready to cast that spell. That is actually very enticing. There are heartstones there. Right, if I frostbite firebolt, I need 2 heartstones.
Unwell, my friend.
Yeah, I do need to cure myself of rock joint. So the more powerful the spell, the more heartstones we need. So firebolts. I've got a staff of firebolts now. I am over encumbered. I did pick up a lot of junk in our journeys. And I forgot to deposit some of it in our haste. Illusion, destruction. Right, let's... I don't want to deposit crap in the bookcase. Right, finally is the archive before the spa. This is... Oh, God, it's bright when it does that. Oh. And let's get the phantasmal chest, because no doubt there's some junk we can put in there, like all those ores and things we found. Okay. Oh. Okay, there's some big old chests here. Take the septims. Got an enchantment like that already. Some interesting looking armor. Dance of Fire. Any other interesting books that we might want? And we're taking the healing potions. We're running pretty low on those. Strong box. There's an awful lot here. Right, and last but not least, the spa. Oh, boys. Oh, and they've got drinks as well. Savos Aaron was living it up. Any more? There's more books. I don't want to get affected by the steam. But they're only little fictional tales and riddles. Right, gentlemen. Oh, Lucian, you are on it. You are on it. Let's have a well-earned break, shall we? You actually were right on it. You saw this spa and you threw everything off. I don't even know what you've done with your clothes. But I'm going to join you. Now, I know we've already been doing it already, but we should make the most of these quarters before we leave, because I'm certain, I can feel it in my gut, that Tolfdir doesn't have the authority to name us Archmage. I'm pretty sure all the other masters of the other schools of magic here would have something to say about it, and I know there's a fair few who are after promotions as well. They were fighting over the Master Wizard role, let alone the Archmage role. So, we've had a nice old bath, as I say. Lucian, are you sure you're okay out there? Because I do kind of want to shut this door. I know we've got this floor to ourselves, but it feels very open and exposed unless we shut the door. Either way, let's have one last check around, because I'm sure I've got everything by gazing into the orb. I don't think there was anything of particular note in there. And we've checked all the cabinets. Checked the desk, we've emptied the strongbox, we've been through the safe. The weapons here, I think somebody would complain if we did remove these weapons. I don't know if they belong to the college or to Savos Aaron himself. God, he's barely been dead a couple of days. I'm getting his name wrong already. That's hardly respectful, is it? We've checked this. Yeah, we did. We got all the Archmage robes. There's a couple of staffs that we... Well, that's fireballs, not firebolt. Oh, you know what? That's coming. Frost Atronach, that's staying safe. Or there's... Don't need the steel. Take the rough ruby. Take the coin purse. And I'm over encumbered. Right, so before we sleep, we are going to have to sort out our inventory as well. What have we here? The draw knife. I don't know what you'd use that for, but I'm taking it because I think Orion might want to display something like that. Right, scroll, Staff of Fear, Staff of Mending. You know what, that's coming too. Heals target by 110 points. That could be very useful. Right. Okay. So, gentlemen, there's only one bed. Maybe if you look into the orb, it'll create a guest bedroom or something. But let's turn in. And at midnight, we're going to get up and we are going to go and open that investigator's chest underneath Urag's desk. Those rings in there will help us figure out what to do with that weird Daedric-looking fist down in the midden. Right. Hello. Mysterious key. Was that always here? Or did it appear after I slept? There's definitely nothing else. There's absolutely nothing else. I'm certain there's nothing else. You know how thorough I can be. No, nobody say anything. I know I miss things. I know you point stuff out to me, you two, after I've gone past. You coming? Do you not want to go explore the midden with me? You know what, I wouldn't blame you. Lucian? You ready to go?
Are you feeling all right? You look a little off colour.
I do still
Let's
have...
get moving.
Yeah, let's get moving. Inigo, are you coming? I'm going to assume you're coming. Let's get down to the library. I do still need to cure myself a rock joint. But there aren't any shrines, I don't think, to Julianos in the college. There probably is. I just probably don't know where they are. Now, has everybody gone to bed? I'm hoping they are all in bed and that Urag is not at his desk. He's not. Perfect. Feels odd to be sneaking around the college at night. I know I'm technically the Archmage right now, but there we go. Feels like I'm a student again. Take all of those. So, these rings, they were mentioned in the report. I probably should have looked at them before I took them. But they're not in my... Are they over here? Balwen's ornamental ring. Here we go. Troy's ornamental ring, Pithy's ornamental ring, and Katarina's ornamental ring. They all look relatively... well, relatively normal. Troy's is silver rather than gold. And they all have different gemstones. Right, come on. Let's get ourselves down to the midden before anyone notices. Sneaking around a magical school, I feel like I should have an invisibility cloak to hide my tracks. Oh, there are still those glowing pile of dust out there. Did we clean up Ancano's body? Are we getting that sent back off to the Aldmeri Dominion? Take a wax. No, let's leave that be. Oh, did they have a potion to cure disease downstairs? We're going this way anyway. Ah, oh, okay. Well, I'll take the healing potions, don't mind me, but I don't think there's a cure disease potion. I think everything's been rather disturbed by the orb and the eye up there. Who are you? You're a training or a sparring ghost, aren't you? A spectral sparring partner. Rever Uvavel. Have you a previous... You were probably a previous apprentice here, let's face it. Nothing ever good comes to apprentices here at the college. Right. Let's stop putting off our descent. Right. God, that's loud. Right, let's be quiet as we can. We know what to expect this time. It shouldn't be as unnerving as the first time we came down here. It's a good thing this gate is still unlocked, but maybe we should be locking it. I know that there's still an unlocked route around, but at least the ice wraiths living down here don't have a direct route up into the Arcanium. Because Archmage or not, which is still up for debate, I don't think Urag would care who we are if we destroyed his books. Maybe Urag would make a good Archmage. That is as unnerving as it was the first time. We can ignore that. I don't want to look at... Right, okay, this is less steep. There we go. Careful. Yeah, I don't think Urag would care about being Archmage. I think he only cares about his books. And the Arcanium. Take those septims. I still feel as if this is a doorway to something. It looks very doorway-like, doesn't it? It's not just me. It's like some kind of threshold here that the other archways don't have. But there isn't a lever. It's not part of the torch. Is it? There's a loot, a clothes iron. Unless this is some kind of test and a puzzle, which I can't figure out. I definitely don't think there is any kind of switch. to reveal the way through. It might just be a wall. This can just be me reading far too much into a wall. And how far around did we have to get to the Daedric Gauntlet again? And I wonder how much of this place is actually just obscured by inches of ice. There it is. Are you guys with me? Guys? I feel very unnerved all of a sudden. Oh, okay, that's a handful of skulls. I didn't see the first time. I don't know why they're not with the pile of the rest of the bones. This seems to be where the bones go. I thought I was something twinkling in the dark, but it's just that weird Daedric palm. Okay. See, this also kind of looks like a door. But that is where the corridor wraps around, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm just going to assume I'm reading into things. Now, I kind of would like you guys here if things kick off. Alright, ring finger. Oh, Troy's? Little finger? Troy? Balwen? There was a report on this, wasn't there? Do I have that on me still, or did I leave that somewhere safe? Like the gallery. Okay, right. It looks like we're going to be playing with this Daedric artifact with a weird glowing symbol in its palm blind. The ring finger, Katarina. Pithicans. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to strike you. Put that away. Balwen. Oh, okay. Littlefinger. Pithicans. Right, progress. Troy. Okay. And last but not least, Katarina. Oh. Oh, that's unnerving seeing an inanimate object move. Oh, that's unnerving seeing the skulls floating in the air. Oh, hello.
You! Out with it then!
You're beneath the College of Winterhold. We're in a place called the Midden. I assumed I just summoned you.
I was beginning to think the day would never come. So, you broke the binding spell, did you?
I think so.
Matters little. Their souls are trapped in oblivion, all the same. And here I stay.
Right. Would it be possible if you just went back to Oblivion and stayed there? I mean, you don't want to be here anyway. It's cold and it's dark. There's not a lot going for it.
Where I belong is back aboard my ship on the Abyssian.
Your ship?
You've no hope of defeating me, pup. Don't bother. Why not broker a bargain instead?
Well, given that my friends aren't here, and that's a very sharp-looking sword you've got, I'm open to listening to what you have to offer. It doesn't mean I'm going to accept it, but let's just see if we can talk things out, yeah? I mean, you just want to be on a ship? That seems relatively harmless, doesn't it?
Those kids are dead anyway. Killing me won't bring them back. I, on the other hand, have done quite a bit with my time on Mundus. Release me, and I'll share a bit of my wealth with you.
Well, what kind of wealth? Because as far as things go, I'm pretty wealthy myself. I don't really need to worry about anything in that department. Anything at this point is just greed, but I am I'm interested in cultural wealth and rare artifacts. What do you have in mind?
Years back, I had to ferret away some booty nearby. We'd sunk an Imperial galleon off the coast. Good plunder, but we needed to travel light. We stashed what we couldn't carry, and I hid it with a trick I know. I can point you in the right direction, and we'll each go our separate ways.
This could be a trick. This could be all some elaborate scam that you're just tricking me into, but you do seem like a pirate. You are dressed like a pirate, and you are talking a little bit like a pirate. Talk about this ship and raiding galleons, you're probably a pirate. But pirates aren't, by reputation, very trustworthy. How would I even release you? I thought I already had released you with the rings on the hand.
Names have power, lad. You should know by now. Just say, Velek Sane, I release you, and poof, I'm on my way.
I can get behind Poof. Well, I could banish you to oblivion, but then I wouldn't get the map. So I wouldn't know where your treasure is. Oh. I believe I'm having a moral dilemma. Could I take a Daedra? The last time look, fighting Daedra is often more trouble than... It's Dromora anyway, my apologies. Fighting Dromora is more trouble than it's worth. And you do seem rather reasonable. You haven't tried to murder me immediately. I do have low standards for what it means to be reasonable. Right, fine. I can't believe you took me into this. But Inigo and Lucian are nowhere to be seen, and I'm deep, dark, underground beneath the bowels of the college. I don't want to die down here. Velek Sane, I release you.
There's a smart lad. Take the map. The loot's hidden there. It'll show itself when you get near.
Thank you.
See you on the other side, mortal.
Remember what I did for you if we ever meet on the other side. Okay. I'm not dead. My friends are missing, but I'm not dead. Map? This better not say something to the effect of, ha, I can't believe you fell for it. He was a pirate. Velek Sane's treasure map. Oh, there is a map. Oh, that's confusing. Oh, no, wait, that's the... Okay, so the top half of the map... You can see the road through Winterhold. And then you've got the coast with 2 sets of ruins and an iceberg with a Shrine of Talos on it. I think we've gone past that Shrine of Talos. Unless I'm completely wrong and, in fact, those islands are floating in the sky somewhere, in which case he really has pulled a fast one on us because we won't be able to retrieve his treasure. I mean, he was right. We wouldn't have been able to bring those apprentices back, would we? Would we? Right now, I just want my friends back. Inigo. Ursine. I don't know why I'm shouting up through a hole. Can we go speak to the Augur at Dunlane again? We're down here. We might as well knock and be neighbourly. Augur? Dunlane? It's me. They've made me the Archmage, and I just could use a little clarification whether Tolfdir can actually do that on his own. Hello? Right. I mean, I know you're in there. Sort of. In an immaterial form, with energy, but I know you're in there. Suppose he's not obliged to speak to me, guys. I think... Have you two just been playing around there the whole time? Like, I've gone around and come back again. Look. You're either going to have to climb back up or make your way back around. I'll see you up... I'll see you up top. You two can handle yourselves, yeah? I mean, there's nothing down there anymore. There was a Dromora pirate, but he was actually quite accommodating. Surprisingly so, considering he was both a Dromora and a pirate. Oh, you two caught up quick. Right, I suggest then, gentlemen, we should wait until morning. Let's go sleep in our actual quarters. I think we're done with the Archmage's quarters. We don't want anyone to think that we're taking advantage of the situation more than we already are while they figure things out. I mean, it's a load of upheaval. They've lost Master Mirabelle, they've lost Savasaran. It's a bit of a power vacuum right now. And in the morning, we're going to sell what we can to the traders in Winterhold and around the college, and then we will go and see about a little treasure map I've just picked up from a Dromora pirate. Yeah, you two missed out on a little adventure that I went on by lagging behind.